Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending the Choosing the Accounting Track webinar. My name is Jackie and I'm the host for today. I'm excited to have all of you joining us here to know more about the accounting profession. And before we start the event, I would like to inform you that this entire session is recorded and we may use part of the recording for our promotional and publicity purposes. You may choose to turn on or turn off your video, but please stay muted until the Q&A segment. During the Q&A, please feel free to unmute yourself or type your questions in the chat box. Today, we will dive deep into the accounting industry and the possible career opportunities in this industry. We will also discuss why an accounting degree is highly sought after by employers. At the end of this webinar, you will learn to recognize if the accounting track is suitable for you. Our speaker for today, Mr. Daniel, is our lecturer here at EAIN. He's a certified public accountant and a fellow at ACCA. He has over 30 years of experience in accounting and finance, and also auditing, specializing in financial statement analysis, contemporary management performance, corporate governance, and finance. Furthermore, he is a member of the Institute of Internal Auditor. Without taking more of his time, I will now hand over the time to our speaker, Mr. Daniel. Mr. Daniel, please.
Okay, thank you. Let me share the slides. Okay, first, warm welcome to everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Is that good? Yep, all right. Thank you very much for the indication. Okay, for this session, I'm going to make it more conversation. All right, not so much as delivering a lecture. So I will run through a couple of key points or key questions that most of you would probably want to know, all right, about accounting. And I'm here assuming, my assumption is that maybe most of you are new to the topic accounting. So I'm going to run through with you on why would you want to study accounting. Then I'll go into a little bit of brief on what is the usefulness of the accounting information system. That's slightly a little bit more technical, but I'm sure you will be able to appreciate. And then the key question that I want to center on will be why an accounting degree is highly sought after, and also follow with whether accounting is going to be a great career choice. And finally, I will end with, is accounting suitable for me? i.e. for yourself, for you to be thinking through of whether it will be a career that you would want to go after. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just start off by why study accounting. So we want to understand what accounting is all about. Now, I want to start off by saying that if you are going to work in any profit organization, I'm sure some of you are working in a company, with a company, or maybe even a non-profit organization. What you notice is that accounting is the foundation in understanding. Let me just close off. Yeah. Okay. Accounting is the foundation in understanding the performance of a company and its financial strengths and weaknesses. Why do I start off with this? because I want to tell you, all of you, that in all businesses, whether it is a profit or maybe a non-profit organization, every organization have to have some form of accounting. Why do we need accounting? Because if we're going to understand how the company perform, what is the revenue or what is the expense, like for the last 1 year, for the last 2 years, or even for the future, we have to go through to what is required, and that is accounting. Accounting is actually the language of business. This is where accounting plays a very important role in terms of what? Recording the transactions, and in terms of the ability to give the users a good understanding of how the company perform and what is a company financial strengths and weaknesses. So if we look at that context, then we know that accounting, it's a very useful, or plays a very important role in businesses. So if you are going to be trained to be an accountant, and if you're going to play the role of an accounting manager, then it is a skills. It's a valuable skills that is going to profit all organization, and definitely is not going to be difficult to find a job if you are armed with the accounting skill. So I want to emphasize or summarize that accounting basically enables a manager to assess the financial capabilities of a business and to be able to make sound business decisions. In other words, the manager often relies on accounting so that they are able to make what? Important business decision. So next, I just want to touch a little bit on the accounting information system. Well, maybe like to present it in the form of a diagram, just to show you that typically a business
Sorry, I think Mr. Daniel froze.
or a company need to identify.
Hi, Mr. Daniel. Hi. Hi, Mr. Daniel. You're muted. Hi, sorry everyone for the technical error.
Okay, I think I got back to the Zoom. All right, sorry for that interruption. Okay, is everybody fine? Can you see the slides?
We can't see the slides.
Okay, just hang on.
Yeah, you're able to see now.
Okay, good.
Mr. Daniel, just now, right? You stopped at the diagram, then you froze a little.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right, I hope there's no disconnection. Okay, so I'm good. Yeah. So I was talking about how the accounting information system, just a very brief. So we have information identification. So typically in a company or business, it can be a non-profit organization. Transactions are identified in relation to dealings with customers or dealings with suppliers. And this is first identified and then recorded. And as I said, maybe some of you may have heard, what happens is that for all this part of recording, it is now, of course, computerized. So that's relatively uh, simple, or probably what I should say has the easy bits of recording the information. But the more important thing is the analysis of the information and reporting of the information. This is where the accountant plays a very important role, okay, in terms of analyzing the information and reporting the information. So the part on recording of the transactions, uh, of course, in the early years, this is all done through what? Manual recording. But of course, now this is all done through uh, computerization. So the important role that accountant plays, it is in the information analysis and the information reporting. Now, why I share with you this piece of information, it's because you may think that, the accounting function is just simply, recording of transactions and then get it, financial statements to be ready for the organization. And all this will be computerized. So eventually, what would then the accountant role be? Well, the answer is that the accountant or the accounting manager key role is in terms of what? Information analysis and information reporting, and able to project what will be the future financial status of the business. So whether you have you know AI coming in or not, you find that the accountant, the finance, the accounting manager will still continue to play an important role. So next, we just talk about why do the stakeholder needs accounting information, just to give you an understanding of the scope of, accounting. And in the slide, you can see that manager needs it to decide whether to stop or to continue a new product, or for the bank, from the bank point of view, to decide whether to lend money to the business. All this will require accounting information. Okay, so next we look at why an accounting degree is highly sought after. So this is where I want to spend a little bit more time on why an accounting degree it's really something that you should consider. All right, so first, accounting degree is a what? It's a professional degree. It's a professional certification. So typically, after you have earned the accounting degree, you may have to, to pursue your professional certificate. You probably have to go through some form of examination with your respective accounting bodies in your respective countries. Next, we talk about another important point is employment opportunities in almost any industry. Now, since we talk about accounting is a language of business, job for accounting major exists in practically every industry. Whether you're hoping to enter a certain field, remain in the same industry in a new professional capacity, or explore a few different sectors to see which you like best, an accounting degree will empower you to do so. So accounting itself can be a great way to satisfy your professional goals, especially if you are interested in a variety of fields or the crossover of different careers. So for instance, rather than having to choose between finance and criminal justice, for example, if you are also interested in the legal aspect, you could actually opt for a career in what we call forensic accounting. Or you can combine accounting with law if you are interested in law too. Okay. So accounting degree actually enables you to find employment opportunity in almost any industry. Another point is that it opens to a variety of careers in the accounting world. So I will talk about this. I will elaborate on this point when we move on to look at the careers prospect. And also another point is it has a high earning potential as an accountant. Why? This is in general because, of course, when you enter as an entry level, you may not be able to, you will probably command an entry level salary. But as you progress in your career path, uh, moving up to the managerial level, of course, you find that companies do treasure your contribution, and definitely they may want to up the salary. Another point is that it cultivates a whole host of highly valuable and versatile competency. Now, some of you may think that accounting is just focusing on numbers. You find that the accounting degree program will be kind of quite engaging and interesting, although I may say that it is kind of also encompass technical aspect of it. But on top of the quantitative skills, you may have to acquire some of the soft skills, particularly for you to be successful in accounting. So what are some of these soft skills? It will be communication skills, analytical ability, business acumen, organizational ability, problem solving, proficiency, and even leadership. So if you were to go through EAIM's program, you'll find that the program will cover, management area. They will cover leadership, economics, etc., etc. Next, accounting background opens the door to alternative careers in business. So often, if you find that maybe after some time, you'll find that you may, maybe you want to change profession. You'll find that with the accounting background, it often enable you to move to another profession. So accounting is a technical subject, of course, that requires intensive training, and it will be useful for individual to learn a technical subject when you are young, and then you use it in the early years of your career, and then later on you find that as you move, as you progresses in the corporate ladder, as you move on to general supervisory role, this is where you can move to other fields. So I have listed quite a number of points for you to consider why accounting is highly sought after. So what will it be like in terms of 21st century accountants? You'll find that you still require these three key set of skills. Yeah. One, communication skill, your intellectual skills. So intellectual skills here, I'm referring also to the technical skills that you acquire through the accounting program. And also you definitely need interpersonal skills, because you need to communicate, you need to network, you need to work in a team, etc. So these are still the attributes of the 21st century accountants, where you require these three key sets of skills. So let's move on now to talk about, is accounting a great career choice? So as I mentioned earlier, every business and non-business entities require a person to be in charge of financial affairs of the entity. Hence, I would like to assure the audience that if you decide to choose accounting as your career, then you are unlikely not to have a job. In fact, many CEOs, chief executive officers, they have a background or knowledge in accounting. Why is that so? Because they need the accounting information so that they are able to run their company well. They need to have a good grasp of the financial matters. So now we talk about the career possibilities of an accounting graduate. So I want to start off to say that the prospect of an accounting graduate is unlimited. Yeah, is limitless. In fact, what I shared with you earlier is that accounting actually helps you open doors to other career, because if you have a good foundation of accounting, you will be able to what? Communicate well with you know uh, other managers from other fields, because often when they discuss, when they talk about the problems or issues, often they have to look at the financial implications that that if they want to decide to embark on a project, they will have to think of the financial implications that going to impact on the organization. So if you are looking at what are the career possibilities, I break it up in the slides into two areas, generally. One is where you can directly apply what you have learned, your degree, in the following professional and technical jobs. Okay, this is where accounting training will enable you to do jobs such as a financial accountant, a management accountant, budget analyst, auditors, internal and external, and tax specialists. Now, this position or these roles that I highlighted definitely require you to undergo training in the accounting expertise. So I did mention earlier that it would be great if you start off with technical job, with a specialized job in your early years. Yeah. And then later, most of us, all right, will move up to higher level, okay, hopefully. And this is when we will be in managerial or supervisory role, where we don't really need to focus so much then on the specialty. Now, other non-technical opportunities include what? It also opens into the field of consulting, the finance field, banking, finance analyst, administration, and even in new areas such as sustainability and climate change arena. So let me just share with you a brief background of what I have gone through. So I earned my accounting degree with Singapore University, which is National University of Singapore, some 40 years ago. So after I have earned the degree, what did I do? I decided to what? Focus on the technical aspect. So I became a external auditor. I was an external auditor with Price Waterhouse. So I worked for 3 years. And then interestingly, then because I was auditing a bank, and then at that point, one of the bank manager found that, I exhibit very good work attitude, have a good technical skills, then they decided to offer a job to me. So I move on to the banking arena. So that's where I joined JP Morgan in Singapore. And then, but working in the field of what? Accounting. Yeah. So I was now involved in financial accounting, in management accounting, and then working about 8 years. Then I moved to the investment world. So I joined uh, GIC, which stands for Government Investment Corporation. That it's fund management field. So, but again, I was working more in terms of the back office. Yeah. And then some after about uh, 18 years in the professional field, this is where I decided to move uh, to teaching, yeah, lecturing. So you can see from my sharing of my career, yeah, you can see that the prospect of an accounting graduate is what? It's actually great. You can move from one industry to another industry. You can move from one specific function to another function. Yeah. So it gives me to just talk about the final topic. Is accounting going to be suitable for you? So one of the point I need to highlight is that, of course, you should assess yourself. You should assess your capabilities. And one of the important attribute is that, okay, you must be comfortable with what? Numbers. You must be comfortable with numbers. You must be organized, and you are able to handle details. Okay, so I would say these two points are kind of quite important. If you are not very good with numbers, accounting is not something that require high maths. Yeah, so uh, if you are prepared, if you are just comfortable with numbers, I think it will be good enough. Yes, and you should be someone who like to work on details because at times it can be quite, I would say, quite rigorous, and it may require somebody to be patient, to be, so to speak, to have the stamina to deal with details. Of course, other skill set that will be helpful will be analytical and problem solving skill, critical thinking skills, strong oral and written communications. Yeah, time management is also very important. Of course, proficiency with Microsoft Office Suite, and very important to have this attitude of what? Active learning. Constantly, learn. Okay, because the world is changing so fast. But thank goodness, uh, accounting it's always required. So with that, I would want to end my talk. All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Sure.
Okay, so now our program consultant, Trang, she will introduce 3 accounting qualifications you can take to embark on your accounting career. Trang, please.
Sorry, everyone, give me a minute. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Trang. I'm program consultant. I'm from recruitment. Okay, so now I would like to share my slide. Give me 1 second. Okay, hi, Andy, can you help me zoom out the slide? Hi, Andy, can you help me zoom out the slide? Hi, Jackie, can help me check, is it okay? Can you see my slide now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right. Apologize for my delaying. So I will start my sessions now. I would like to introduce again. My name is Trang from recruitment team. So I'm here today to share more about what you can expect from studying with us, EAIM. So I will be touching on the pathway and more program details, especially in accountancy. And of course, I will be introduced a little bit about our campus as well. Okay. So firstly, let me draw attention about our EAIM. We are the mature institutions and have been teaching for more than 36 years. So some of you may know us by EASP. Actually, we are officially transformed to EAIM, East Asia Institute Management, since 2004. And we are located at number 9 Elwood Road, that belongs to Balestier. It's a single building occupied by a very big land area. Okay, in 2010, we are among PIE private institutions in Singapore to be awarded the 4-year EduTrust and continuously renewed in 2014 and 2018. In 2016, we are the 3rd most preferred bachelor's degrees and postgraduate programs by Job Central Learning Survey and Report 2016. And you know, in 2019, we adopt the new university partnership with De Montfort University. It's one of the prestigious university in the UK. For our facility, so we do have the smart classroom and with fully equipped with gym, lab, auditorium, school field, and for our sport activities and many facilities you can enjoy when you study at EAIM. So as you know, right, there's many PAEs in Singapore, private institutions in Singapore. So why EAIM and what makes EAIM stand out? As I have mentioned earlier with yours, we are qualified by 4-year EduTrust. So some of you may be wondering what is actually EduTrust? The EduTrust certification scheme is quality assurance scheme approved by CPE for private education institutions in Singapore. It aims to distinguish the private school that are able to consistently maintain the high standard of quality in the education and produce the students with a positive results. As you can see, we have 88.9% successfully progressed to bachelor degrees, and the most importantly, we have 88.6 graduates can find a job within only 6 months. Okay. Next one. These are our university partners. They are the 4 UK university partners, which is Harriet Watt Edinburgh Business School, Aston UK University, and Queen Margaret University, and De Montfort University. Okay, so let me move on to the main points of the webinar today. I will go into the specific programs. The accounting and the management programs is one of the most popular programs, which is awarded by De Montfort University that I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so before I'm going to the details, let me explain a little bit about the progression pathway. How is it going? So before you go into the final years with De Montfort University, you have to finish your diploma and advanced diploma. There's a 9 months program. They will give you the necessary foundations and knowledge in business and accounting. Thereafter, you can continue to pursue your bachelor degrees in 12 months, or even get yourself further by accredited with ACCA. Okay, all right. So what will you study in diploma in accountancy, and how does it help you in your accounting career? Okay, for the first year of diploma, you will be studying some of the modules like financial accounting, cost accounting, and business statistics. So actually, what are these for, and what exactly will you be exploring in the first year? So I will explain a little bit about the modules you will be studying in the first year. Firstly, for financial accounting. For financial accounting, you will be equipped by the key knowledge and understanding of the accounting principles, including the preparations of the accounting entries for the non-current assets, advanced bookkeeping, corrections of errors and year-end adjustment, trial balance, or financial account. So the key areas are responsible for preparing the balance sheets, cash flows statements, and income statement. So this qualifications is suitable for those who are wanting to work or have intention to become an accountant. And for cost accounting modules, how does it helpful? For this module, you will be taught the different principles, concepts, techniques, methods, and the system of cost of the costing products and services. Cost accounting is reporting and analysis of the company's cost structures. It's helpful because it's identify where the company spends its money for and how much the profits and loss. The purpose of the cost accounting is control the internal cost and lead to the improvement for the company. So all of the modules which I mentioned, this will prepare you for more advanced studies in the management accounting for the next level. All right, we will move on to the year 2 advanced diploma. So for this year, we will study some of the few modules, financial management, computerized accounting, auditing, taxations of financial markets and institutions. Okay, I will explain about computerized accounting. I think this academic what is quite new to you. So what exactly computerized accounting? So for this module, you will learn about accounting software. For example, some of the software packages designed for the small business such as QuickBooks, pastries, or bookkeeper, or auto counts, etc. You will be able to set up the data, entering the income or expenses transactions, track vendor billing, or even manage the payroll, or even producing and analyzing and the periodic reports. Producing and review the routine or non-routine the reports will be covered as well. So next one, auditing. This topic will include the introductions of the auditing environment, risk analysis, verifications, and account balances, reporting, internal audit, and public sector audit, professional responsibilities of the auditors, and even the audit's legal exposures. Audit is very important because the term used in the accounting that describes the examinations and verifications of the company's finance records. So it's ensure that the finance information is shown fairly and accurately. So the last module I would like to explain to your taxations. Every individual or even the companies all need to pay taxes, correct? So definitely taxation will be the must. You will be understanding the importance of the principles of the taxations as applied to the companies, partnerships, or associations. So learning about tax law and preparations is the essential components of the becoming an accounting. Okay, so going to the final year, you will dive deeply into the specific modules, which is global corporate accounting, international developments in accounting, and advanced corporate finance. So after finish the program, the 3 years program, some of you may be wondering, is there a difference between the certificate between studying at EAM campus and the UK campus? Okay, I would like to emphasize it's the same qualifications as directly awarded by DMU, which is globally recognized. As you can see the sample in this slide, in the next slide. Okay, and for students who want to enhance your career in this field of accounting, you can continue progress to ACCA, and most importantly to take note that you will be able to get maximum 6 exemptions for your ACCA programs in futures. Okay, allow me to flash a little bit about our EAM lecturers. Mr. Daniel Ong, the main speaker of our webinar today. I believe my colleague Jackie had mentioned a lot about him, so I will skip. So I don't want to talk so much. And Mr. Royce, who teaching advanced diploma. He's also the certified public accounting CPA Australia. He has 8 years working experience in the auditing, external audit, internal audit, and operational audits. Even more, he has 5 years as an audit trainer, international audit experience in China, Philippines, Indonesia, and Myanmar. And we also have very strong partnership with those MNC like McDonald's, Deloitte, IBM, etc. Okay, all right. I would like to end my sessions today. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any queries. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or you may drop us an inquiries via email mktg@eaim.edu.hk. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your attending today.
Thank you.